Hey everybody, welcome to Strumming with Christopher. I am your host, Christopher Gallegos, Monterey County Free Libraries, Gonzales Branch Manager, and another episode today showing you two new chords. So far, first video, we talked about tuning our guitar. E, A, D, G, B, E, shattering glass. And we talked about an E minor chord, and a G chord, and a D chord. And then we talked about a strumming pattern, very, very basic, two of them. A 4 downstrokes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So today I'm going to teach you two more chord shapes to add to your arsenal. So this is the A minor and the C, and I call these close friends. If you want to get complicated, which we won't here, you could get into music theory, which is how things fit together and all this technical stuff, and you could be talking about how minor chords all have a major chord that's kind of similar, and they're connected somehow through some time-space wizardry or something, but we won't go there. I call them close friends because I know the music theory deal, but I also know that you can actually change from an A minor to a C or back with moving one finger, which is your ring finger, your third finger on your left hand. So a lot of chord transitions aren't as easy as just moving one finger. Like a G to a D, there's a whole jump. A G chord and a jump to a D, you have to just go to a totally different shape. And a G, you can play all 6 strings, and a D, you can only play the bottom 4, right? So A minor and a C, they're kind of like a duo. And what's cool is once you have them, you have a total of, I think 5 chords, and you can switch. I think at one point I said I play an E minor with my middle 2 fingers. And I'm showing you guys the basic version, which is with your index and your middle finger. But you can also learn how to play them the way I do eventually. And what you'll see is you could even switch from an A minor to an E minor like this. But that's later. Today, I'm going to get real close up here and show you an A minor chord. Okay, so I usually, when I talk about the notes on the strings, I go down from the thickest on the top to the highest, but you can also do the other way. I'm trying to just be real folksy with this, you know. That way you can learn in a comfortable environment. So for the purposes of showing you this A minor chord, okay, I'm going to start kind of from the high E, the low thin string at the very bottom, and up, okay? So what I want you to do is take your index finger, point your finger, and I want you to use the tip. Remember, you always want to use the fingertip, not so much the pad until you're doing a bar chord, which is later. Take the tip of your finger and go, you don't want to play the high E string. You want to go up to the B, which is string number 2, and you want to put your index finger pad on the 1st fret on the B string, okay? So that's that, okay? And then you're going to actually take your ring finger, you think your middle finger, but your ring finger, and you're going to put your ring finger 1 string up from that and 1 fret down. So you want to put it on the 2nd fret on the G string, okay? So that is the 3rd string, ring finger, 2nd fret, and then you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it right above that. Okay, so then your middle finger is going to be on the D string, which is string number 4, if you're going from the bottom up, and that's also on the 2nd fret. So kind of a similar shape to an E minor, just on some different strings. Okay, and so for this one, once you have those fretted, however you choose to strum it, and remember when you're learning chords at the beginning, it's good to not think too much about technical strumming. You can even just go down with your thumb or a pick. But for this one, you're not going to play this low E, this thick string on the top, okay? So that's a concept I want you to keep in mind as you're learning these chords. And I'll always tell you, but not every chord can just have you wildly strumming all 6 strings. Sometimes you have to be mindful of not hitting a certain string. And as you're starting out, just think in terms of when you're aiming, whether with your, what I call your pseudo pick, your little pinch, or your normal pick, just try to not hit that string, okay? As you get more advanced, you can kind of use your palm to mute things, but don't worry about that yet, okay? So we're still holding this chord shape, okay, this A minor shape. And I wish I could kind of show you how it looks from your viewpoint, but that's tricky. All right? And remember, don't play the low E. A minor. Should sound like that. Nice, kind of solemn little chord. Okay? And then the magical thing is we can go to a C chord very, very easily by moving the ring finger. Index finger on fret 1 on the B string. Okay? And then remember, ring finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, which is the G. And right above that is your middle finger, 2nd fret on the D string. That's the A minor chord. Okay? And then take your ring finger up and off, and if you can, move it one more string over and up to the A string. So the 5th string, or if you're looking down against the 2nd string, A string. Okay, so you really just, you keep the majority of your A minor shape, but then you move your ring finger over to this A string, and this A string is pretty thick, so you're going to find initially this is going to take some strength and some practice, and that's okay. And then you have your C chord, and with the C chord again, do not play this open E, only play the 5 strings down here. Okay, C chord, nice bright chord. Okay, nice bright chord. Right? And then if you want to go back to an A minor, you just slip your ring finger. Remember, you're just moving one finger. You slip it back to the 2nd fret on the G string, and you have your A minor. Pick it up and move your ring finger back to fret 3 on the A string, and then you have a C again. So it's actually it's a deceptively... shaking at that hand there, and I've been doing this forever. Oh dear, we got a strength workout. So it's a really cool way, I hate to use this word, but it's kind of like a little hack as you're learning to be able to have 2 chords really, really close to one another. And remember, the E minor and the G are kind of like that too. Go back and review that video. It just, when you're watching somebody do it, it looks very complicated, but if you just kind of break it down and take your time, you can practice as much as you want, and the moment it comes together, it's like, wow, magic, right? So A minor to a C. Move that ring finger. Well, I'm doing this fancy strum. I'll do the strum I showed you, the down, okay? And I'll switch. Every 2 strums down, I'll switch. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the last video, all down, just for simplicity's sake. So I'll do 2 down on the A minor and 2 down on the C, just so you see how this is starting to tie together, okay? And I'll just strum up here so you can see both hands. It's tough. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not hitting that low E. 3, 4. I can do that other strum I showed you where it's the down, up, so woo-hoo. Okay, A minor and C, close friends. Again, I thank you all for watching these videos, and I hope the fact that I keep them around 10 minutes, I know I talk a lot, I'm trying to fit a lot in, but just go back, and you can go back several times and just say, huh, he moved his finger that way, that's strange, and it'll start to click for you. And I'm so happy that you're even giving me your time. It's awesome to be able to show you guys some stuff that I know in this format, and I hope all you are doing well this week. Stay safe. Things are wild this year, but we're gonna get through it. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you next episode.